Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny. And you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, I'm out. I got a few errands to run, and I was like, you know what? I need to make this video. All right. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Okay, hit the subscribe button, the like button to make sure that we get this out to as many people as possible. This video, I'm going to show you how to make more money than you've ever made while working your job. All right. 2026, you don't got to quit your job. 2027, you don't got to quit your job. Matter of fact, we trying to make sure that you actually keep your job as long as you can, so that you can get to a point where when you really don't want to do it anymore and it really doesn't make sense anymore, you can leave on your own merit and it's not going to make you any difference. Okay, so we're going to build your bag up while you're getting the bag out there in corporate or out there in any job that you have. All right, so there is a specific strategy that you as a person who works a job needs to be paying attention to. Okay, if you're new to this channel, man, again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm really getting ready to give you guys some really good information. All right, and afterwards, if you have any questions, you can always put those in the comments. I'll get back to them. All right, now, no more wasting time. If you have a job, you don't need to be looking at your screen all day long. What you need is a strategy that allows you to look at it once or twice for like a 10-minute period, and then you can print money while you're doing your job. That is how you compound your money. That is how you work more efficiently and take less risk, but very smart plays that can accumulate over time and eventually build a bag where, look, if you're having a bad day one day at work, you can just be like, look, man, I'm done. I'm done here. Right? You want to be able to have the ability to do that. All right, I know, it's funny games and all that, but seriously, like, you want to be able to get to a place where you can just be like, you know what? And hold it for a second. Let them feel it. Right? So what you want to focus on is a strategy that requires two indicators. Now, if you don't have like a pen and paper out or whatever you take notes with out right now, take it out. All right. You want to get two indicators. I'm going to walk step for step, like literally. When this video is over, you will know exactly how to go run up a bag. Period. Right? If you know how to trade and understand how to trade, this right here, you go implement this, you're going to understand how to run up a bag while you're at work. All right? You want to go to your trading view. You want to select two indicators. These indicators are going to be, one, the Bollinger Band, right? Get the Bollinger Band indicator. All right? Number two is going to be Keltner channel. Get the Keltner channel indicator. All right. Those are the only two you need. You don't need to make any sort of adjustment to, I don't know if this is, I guess this is my light. You don't need to make any sort of adjustment to it. All you need to do is make sure that you have those two things and that you can understand which one is which. Okay, so you make that color adjustment so that you know which one is which, whether it's the Keltner channel or the Bollinger Band. All right, once you understand which one is which and you can define, okay, this is the Keltner channel, this is the Bollinger Band, you are ready to move on to the next step. The next step is to come up with a list of 7 stocks. It could be less. I say 7 because 7 is just a really good number for you to to play with or have options to work between, because this is not going to be available all the time on the same stock. You may have to rotate. You may have to go to another stock and do the same play. So you come up with a list of 7 stocks. All right. I hope y'all got that so far. These 7 stocks need to be stocks that you are familiar with. And if you're not familiar with them, get familiar with them. When I say get familiar with them, I mean understand what's going on in the news with them. Okay? Understand what's going on in the news with them. Understand what earnings are coming up. Like, do they have earnings on the horizon? Because when there's something in the news or something that is like on the horizon that could change the technical state of the stock, you want to be aware of that. You don't want to get into a stock and you know there was some news about it, or there's earnings coming up and you're in the stock and now you're stuck there. So you want to know, like, when is earnings? Like, what is this company doing? How much profit do they have? How much cash do they have? What's their earnings per share? Right? Understanding like the fundamental aspect of it. That's going to be very important. All right. 7 stocks, know them as well as you can. Okay. The next step is going to be to identify which of these stocks on the daily time frame are at the top extreme or the lower extreme of the Bollinger Band, right? So you want the Bollinger Band to be on the outside. You want the Keltner channel to be showing that it's inside of the Bollinger Band, just meaning any small piece of it being inside the Bollinger Band. And you want to find a stock that is at an extreme of the Bollinger Band, meaning it's at the high of the Bollinger Band or it's at the low of the Bollinger Band. You'll notice that the Keltner channel and the Bollinger Band, they all come equipped with a middle part, right? Like a middle string is what I call it, but it's the mean, right? It's the middle, it's the average. It is what most stocks revert to in this 30-day cycle once they've hit an extreme. It's a cooling period. It's a pullback, right? But this is a very specific way to identify when that is happening over an extended period of time. So how does this pertain to you at work? When you locate these, you only got to spend 10 to 15 minutes locating it. Set an alarm, set a lunch where you can sit and look for this particular setup for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? When you identify 1 or 2 of these, you write it down, right? And then you go look at the pricing of the options. What has the better pricing? What fits more with your strategy, right? What might be the least expensive? All right? Take these things into consideration. Once you do that, then it's time to decide, okay, this is the better option. I'm going to go with this one. When you enter the play, you can take it at the money or one position in the money. And what you're going to do is you're going to swing it out for 30 days. All right. When you swing it out for 30 days, a lot of times this will happen, right? The move will make itself in like 1 to 2 weeks, sometimes earlier than that. But the reason that you want to get it out for 30 days is because you want to give yourself protection to the downside, just in case there's some sort of surprise that occasionally happens in the stock market. All right. So when you work in this job, like I said, you take your 10 to 15 minutes to identify it. You set an alarm, right? When this is forming, you set an alarm for the last 10 minutes of the day. All right. If you're on the East Coast, that's 3:50. If you're on the West Coast, that's 1:50. I'm sorry, that's 12:50. All right. During this last 10 minutes, you could even do 15 minutes if you want to. This last 10 to 15 minutes of the market, you are going to have an idea of what is happening with that particular stock before it closes. You will see the shape of the candlestick. I know a lot of people that are beginner traders, they're like, well, how do you know what the candlestick is going to be? And if it makes that shape, aren't I reacting to it too late? This is how you not react to something too late that has formed its pattern. You get in 10 to 15 minutes before closing because you see what the pattern is, meaning that you'll be able to catch whatever that overnight move is. A lot of times if you see a reversal pattern on that Bollinger Band, like it's rejecting off that Bollinger Band, that's a really good time to enter. I'm not saying enter the Bollinger Band when it's a full bullish candle. You still want to follow the rules of trading and understanding reversal patterns and stuff like that. But when you see a reversal pattern or something that shows that it's rejecting off the Bollinger Band to the upside or to the downside is bouncing off, you want to make sure that you enter before the next day so that you can ride it up and get that initial movement. All right. Again, have it out for 30 days to protect yourself from any weird thing that could happen the next day. But the 30 days is also going to give you a chance to catch the momentum that you may not be able to anticipate. When a stock reverses, it'll break out, and sometimes it can break out with a lot of force, and you don't know exactly, like when that's going to take place. Having it out for 30 days allows you to catch that wave, right? So we're talking about this is 100% strategy. Not that it has 100% probability, but you can make 100% on something going from the top extreme to the middle or the bottom extreme to the middle. I hope this makes sense. All right. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible. Again, when you see a stock sitting at the low extreme of the Bollinger Band and the Keltner channel is inside of it, you swing that baby for 30 days on the day that that's forming, on the day that that reversal is forming in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the day. That is going to allow you to catch the majority of the move. Swing it out for 30 days. Your target is the middle. Okay. Your target is the mean, that center string of the Bollinger Band and Keltner channel. All right. This is free game. This is something that you would normally need to pay for. I hope you wrote down every ounce of this video. Okay. If not, go watch it back. If you got any questions, drop it in the comments. I got you. Remember, invest smart, live free. Listen, also, before I let y'all go, if you're looking for a trading home, all right, if you like what I just shared with you and you want to be a part of a community of people that are doing this every single day, people that are changing their life every single day at work, like you are every single day, getting to it, accumulating that bag so that eventually they can be like, all right, I'm out of here, then you might want to consider the Prosperity Collective. Okay. We'd love to have you. The link for it is in the description of pretty much every video that I've created. So just go find a video that you like, go to the description, click on it, join, and we'll see you on the other side. All right. It's always love over here. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.